Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Move Daily Fitness. My name's Tracy. This workout is going to be a full body strength workout. Okay, here is your format for the session. We're gonna do 4 sets. You're gonna do it in rep range. We'll start with 12 reps. That'll sort of be your warm-up set. Then we'll drop to 10 reps, increase your weight, and then we'll go down to 2 sets with 8 reps. That's where you wanna lift as heavy as you can with good form. All right, you're gonna require a variety of dumbbells for the workout. Here are the ones that I have used. Of course, lift within your own abilities. I'll also use my bench. If you don't have one, I'll show you a modification for that. And I'll start you with a warm up and we'll end with a cool down. All right, full body, heavy strength workout coming. Are you ready to move daily? Me too, let's go. Okay, let's hit strength on the watch there, traditional strength. And we'll just start with a little bit of movement here, wake the body up. I'm still suffering from a bit of a sore lower back, so I'm gonna go a little bit lighter on the lower body elements, overhead reach right here. But challenge yourself, of course. I strained it the other day. And it's still feeling a little bit tight back there. Good, heel dig and push. So I don't want to push it, but I wanted to do something. Definitely I'll hit it harder in the upper body. But as always, lift within your abilities, of course, right? High knee here. And butt kick with a punch. Okay, stay wide. And a hand to toe tap right here, warming up the lower back and hamstrings a bit. Last one here. Stay wide and a side to side lunge. Reach your hips back. Nice lengthening in through that inner thigh here. Waking things up. One more on this side. And let's drop down into the world's greatest stretch. Nice and low, stretch up. Your opposite hand and foot are on the ground. And we'll switch and stretch. Switch sides. And switch again. Nice. All right, come up to standing. And some front kicks here. And some circles right here. Switch directions. And torso turn to finish. Pivot your foot. Very nice. All right, take a look at the screen. That's what's coming up. Grab your weights and here we go. We're starting with 12 reps of everything and we're gonna start with a reverse lunge. I'm gonna do mine slightly elevated. You can use a small step, a block, if you feel stable enough. We're gonna start with 12 per leg. I'm just gonna hold a 12-pound dumbbell. All right, same side for 12. You're nice and tall. Here we go. Drop it low and 12. There's my 12, switching sides. And drop for 12 on this leg. You can either tap or hover or high knee. Okay, any of those are fine. 6 more for me. All right, that lit things up. We're awake now, moving into a chest press. So supersets, we can let the legs do their rest while we hit the chest. And we're gonna go for 12 reps on your floor or on a bench. I'm gonna start with my 20s, 20 pounds each hand, 12 reps here. All right, and push over the chest for 12. And there's my 12. All right, very nice. I think I'll use those for the 10 rep range as well. So I'm just gonna set them there. We're back to the top, back to legs. Everything is 10 reps this round. I'm gonna hold my 15 this time, up a little bit. Okay, you've got 10 per leg. Think about your glute. Here we go, 10. Wow, so just a slight forward lean. We're stretching through that glute a bit, switching legs. 10 on this side, and drop low. And there's my 10. Just that little step. It's only a few inches. It just adds a tremendous stretch to the glute, right? So that's why it's beneficial. It's like a dip drive. Okay, we're going into chest. 10 reps here. I'm sticking with 20s. Let's get into it. Chest should be ready to go. It's just our heart rate's up a bit. And push for 10. And there's my 10. All right. I'm not super strong on chest. Way stronger on back, I find. But I am gonna go up on the 8 rep range. Quick sip as we think about what we're gonna lift in our 8 rep range coming next. All right, we've got 2 sets of this. I'm gonna go up to my 25, I think. I'm gonna make a big jump. 8 reps, not too bad. All right, 8 a leg. Here we go. There's my 8, and it was not too bad. I still had reps left, so I probably will go up on my last set. Here we go, other side. Nice. I'm gonna grab that other 25, make my way over to the bench. Okay, 8 reps on the chest press. Over the chest. Heart rate's up a bit. Just a few deep breaths here. And let's go for 8. All right, push over the chest for 8. There we go. All right, I slowed down slightly, but I still felt like I had quite a few reps in the tank. So I'll go up on my last set there. Okay, heart rate's up. Last set. What can you do for your reverse lunge? I'm gonna hold a 30 right there. 8 per leg again. Get ready and work for 8. Wow, was a better weight for me. Switching, and 8. Yeah, it was hard. I'll grab that other 30 for my chest press here. Okay, last 8 in this circuit. You can hear my heart rate up from that. Doesn't take much, does it? You can kick these up to help you into place. Let's go for 8. And 8 there. Good. Okay. That was hard. Hard finish for me, but good, doable. Barely, but doable. Nice. All right, take a look at the screen, pause if you need a longer rest, and draw me back into a sumo squat to start. Now you could hold 2 dumbbells here. You could hold them here if that feels better. I'm gonna hold 1 and squat there. Feet wider than shoulder width, slightly turned out. I'm going a little bit later in this exercise, but feel free to challenge yourself. You've got 12 reps to start. I'm holding a 30. Here we go, down for 12. And there's my 12. Nice. 1 arm row. You can forward lean here. I am going to use my bench for a little bit more support with my leg. 12 aside. I'm going to start with my 30 pounds. All right, nice flat back. Roll the shoulder back. Draw that elbow up. You've got 12 up. And there's 12. Very good. Ensure a full range of motion. Let it pull that middle back, lengthen, then we contract. Other side, 12 here, and row. There's 12. Nice. Okay, water break. Moving into 10 reps of everything. Whew. I'm gonna go up to my 35 on the sumo squat. Okay, wide stance, nice and tall. You've got 10. Here we go, low. And 10. Whew, nice. All right. For the 10 rep range, I'll stick with my 30 here for my one arm row. You can go up if you like. Catching our breath, rowing for 10 and pull up. There's 10, switch, other side, and 10. There's 10. Wowza, not nothing. Not nothing. Okay, rest. Now we've got our 2 8-rep range. I would normally go up in the weight amount, but I'm gonna stay with my 35, just for back safety for myself. But do feel free. All right, wide, shoulders back. 8 reps here, engage the core. Felt good. Okay, good, good. Racking that. Actually, I should grab that for my 8 reps. I'm gonna go up to my 35 for my one arm row. All right. 8 here. Back is flat, shoulders low and back. Pull for 8. There's 8. Wow, that's hard. I've been doing 40 pounds at 5 reps. So 8 at 35 is challenging, but doable. Other side, here we go. Okay. That was heavy. One more set of 8, folks. A little sip. Supersets is such a great way to be able to go right into it because now our back is resting, right? We can focus on legs and keep the workout moving. Very time efficient. Last 8 here, I'm holding my 35. Nice, okay, good, good. Racking that and finishing off with our 8 one-arm rows. I'll stick with this 35. bringing the heart rate down a bit. All right. And row for 8. Wow, that got heavy at the end. The last 3 were like, this is hard. Switching arms, last 8 here. And there we go. I was definitely slowing down. Good sign that it's hard enough. All right, grab some water and join me back for the next circuit. Take a look at the screen. That's what's coming up. You're moving into a stiff leg deadlift for hamstrings. I'm gonna go lighter than normal, but what I would normally choose here are 2 30-pound dumbbells. So go ahead and grab what works for you. And we're gonna hinge at the hips right here. Knees are soft, but legs are basically straight so you can target hamstrings a bit more. You've got 12 to start, and here we go. So reaching hips back still, but you're not squatting as much as you would in an RDL, because we want to hit hamstrings a bit more. Two more for me. Very good. You feel the stretch in that hamstring, don't you? Moving into your lying tricep extension. Go on your back on the ground if you don't have a bench or Swiss ball. I'll hold 12s here. All right, isolated move. We're just bending at the elbow. Here we go. Palms face each other, wrists are locked in neutral. You've got 12. So you're back and 1, low and 2. Good, nice and slow on the descent. 3. I'm at 8, I've got 4 more, slow and push. 3 and push. And last one there, very nice. All right, I'll use these 12s for the next set as well. Then I'll go up to my 15s. Okay, let's go into our second set of deadlifts, stiff leg deadlifts. I might use 30s or 35s. Okay, we're hinging. Just a softness in the knee, but legs are stiffer. Here we go. And 10. Last one for me. And there's my 10, racking those. Nice. Okay, overhead tricep extension. I'll stick with 12s. You've got 10 reps here. Our triceps ready on the floor if you don't have a bench or Swiss ball. Here we go for 10. And slow, 2, 3, push, 1. Slow, 2, 3, and 2. Two more for me. And there we go. Just a note about this exercise, you don't want the shoulder to migrate back. It stays still, you're just bending at the elbow, okay? That's the only joint moving in this exercise. I have a different form of that exercise where the whole shoulder goes back and lengthens through the lat and then you pull, but this is not that. All right, do you need a sip? We're going into our 8 rep range coming up. I would definitely grab my barbell if I could right now, but I'm gonna stay lighter, but you could go up maybe 30s, 35s, somewhere in that range. Just wanna be cautious here today. Okay, 8 reps, shoulders low and back, and hinge at the hips. 8. Very nice. Racking those. Okay, 8 reps on the triceps means I'm gonna jump up to my 15 pounds. It's additional 3 pounds a hand. That's a big difference, but we are dropping reps by 2, so I think I can do it. Here we go for 8. And work, so you're slow, and 1. There's 8, very nice. Okay, doable for me. Definitely doable. I don't think I'm gonna jump up to the 20s today though. I have done them, but that is work. Last set, another 8 reps. What can you do? Are you back to your barbell? If you have one, heavier weights, this is where you're challenging those muscles. All right, hinge at the hips, here we go. Last for me. And there's 8, nice. All right. It's interesting when you keep those legs stiff with the softness, you just really feel that hamstring lengthen, don't you? All right, last set with your tricep extension. I'm sticking with 15s and you've got 8 here. Here we go. And you're slow and 1. Don't let the shoulder move. Last for me. Good. All right, nice work. Let's rock those. Take a look at the screen. That's your next superset coming. Pause if you need a longer rest. We're gonna move to step ups for quads. So I want you nice and close to the bench if you can. Even holding onto something and slowing that lowering phase is good as well. If you don't have a bench, go ahead and hit a squat with a high knee, or you could hit front lunges. Stay on the same side for 12 to start. I think I'll do body weight to start on the first round. All right, 12 reps, shoulders low and back. Let's step up for 12 or lunge. Here we go. 1. I'm gonna really try hard not to push off. Okay, I'm really focused on that top leg doing the majority of the work. Last here, and switching sides. Up for 12. And there's my 12. Whew. Good. I'm gonna pop this bench up to a 90 degrees and go right into a seated shoulder press for 12. I'm gonna hold my 12s. All right. Nice and tall, push your back to the small of the bench, but you could also stand on this as well. 12 reps here and up. There's your 12, very good. Let's drop everything to 10 reps each, folks. Going back to your step up. I will load this time. I'm gonna hold those 12s, 12 pounds each hand, or you're hitting the front lunge. You've got 10 a leg this time. Same side, shoulders back. Here we go, up for 10. There's my 10, switching legs. And 10, very nice. Back to my seated shoulder press. I'll go up to my 15s. 10 reps, folks. What can you do for 10 reps with good form? And work. There we go. Did you have quite a few reps left in the tank? How did you feel there? That's gonna be the determining factor if you're gonna bump up the next round. I will. I had a few in there still. All right, sip. Ah, she's crisp. Crisp and cold. 8 reps. I'm gonna hold my 15s, 8 per leg. And here we go. There's my 8 and switching. And 8. Wowza. Good, okay. 8 with my shoulder press. I'll go up to the 20s. Okay. 15s felt really doable for me, so to challenge, up I go. Make sure you have good posture and form, and press for 8. Very nice. All right, one more set, folks. One more set of 8. Let's drop the bench. I'm gonna stick with those 15s. But if my back was better, I think I'd pop up to the 20s. For sure I would. All right, final set. Do what challenges your body. 8 here. Remember, stay close to the bench. Try not to push off. Switching legs. There's 8. Good. Last shoulder press. I'm going back to my 20s here. Here we go for 8. There we go, very nice. Okay, last set coming up. Gotta get those biceps in there still. Take a look at the screen and join me back. We'll go into a plie squat. Normally I'd pick about a 35-pound dumbbell here, so pick what works for you. Knees are tracking out over the toes. You're super tall. And we're gonna go down and up for 12. Here we go. Working those inner thighs here. And there's our 12. 12 seated hammer curls. I'll go right to my 15s. I think this is doable for me. 12 reps, straight up and down. Don't swing at the bottom. Up for 12. Whoa, there's 12. That's good. I'll keep those for the next set as well. All right. A little step quick. That fires up the arms. Let's go to 10 reps of everything. Okay, I might pick a 35, maybe even a 40 here. Knees out over toes, shoulders back, and down for 10 this time. There we go. Okay. Seated hammer, sticking with 15s for myself. We've got 10 reps. You're tall, shoulders low and back, and curl for 10. Up. Good. And 2. there's 10. It was getting hard for me. I might just keep my 15 for my first set of 8. It's hard. Yeah, it begins to compound, right? And this is the tail end of our workout where we may have had more energy at the start. Now we might be beginning to fade a bit. All right, 8 reps, your third set. Here we go, plie, 8. There we go. Okay, that's definitely light for me, but as I said, I don't want to exacerbate anything, so I'm just going easy today. 8 reps. I'm holding 15s for my bicep curl, hammer curl. Here we go for 8. There we go. Did you have a lot left in the tank? If so, you might want to move up on your last set there. Stretch those arms out for a second. Okay, final set, final 8 reps. Those biceps always get the load, don't they? They just feel the pump so quickly. Those and triceps for me are just like boom. Final set, 8 reps. Challenge your weight amount, shoulders back. And 8. There's my 8. Nice work. If you were lifting heavier, your heart rate's probably elevated. Okay, final bicep curl, final hammer curl. Pumps face the legs. I might stand, holding 20s this time. Last 8, folks. Here we go. In 3, 2, see how hard it is? 1 and done, and you've moved daily in your upper and lower supersets, total body strength. Move into that heavier strength with the 8 reps. Holy Hannah, I felt that. All right, thanks for joining. Smash the like button if you enjoyed the workout. Make sure you subscribe to this channel to be notified when the new workouts are out, and join for a stretch if you can. Let's make our way down to the ground, folks. There's a lot of legs today. Sometimes when we do full body workouts, there aren't as many legs, but that's why the superset is good. Cross one leg over, gently press your knee away to increase the stretch. You can put your foot on a wall or a bench or a couch. Yeah, I hurt my back, lower back, doing an exercise like last week. So I'm just being really careful. I don't want to injure it further. Switch sides. So I lifted a little bit lighter in the lower body. Everything felt good though. It's really tight in the upper glutes. Like it's like pulling right there. So I didn't want to exacerbate it any further with rounding of the back or anything like that. Of course, if this wasn't my job, I'd probably just not do anything at all and let it rest completely. Hamstring stretch here. See how tight my hamstring is there. But it's not the hamstring really, it's the back. But anyway, yeah, you don't train through pain. And today I felt pretty good, so I didn't. But earlier in the week, I eliminated any lower body because I was feeling it, switch sides. I didn't want to make it worse. So I focused on upper body. I did a lot of arms. I walked a lot. There's almost always something you can do, right? Even if you are suffering from some sort of injury. The worst thing to do is to throw the baby out with the bathwater. Let's let those legs fall gently to one side and look the opposite direction. Even if you couldn't exercise, like if you were sick or had a cold or the flu, that's maybe the time to focus on your wellness. That's another one of our pillars that are so important, or your nutrition, right? Getting adequate nutrients and micronutrients into the body to ensure healing. Switch sides and look the other direction. Anyway, yeah, I'm a big advocate of that concept of moving daily, doing something, or dripping water on the stone that hollows it out, not through force, but through persistence, says Ovid, doing something daily to move the needle to better health, right? So while it may not be everything in your day, let's come to a seated position, up into cat-cow right here. Yeah, hopefully it's something. I'm gonna tuck my arm under and nice stretch here for the middle back. But I like these full body workouts. And as I said at the beginning, the superset format is really ideal if you're crunched for time. Switch sides. I made this longer on purpose for the members because last week I did some shorter workouts and I wanted them to have something nice and long where we focused on all of the muscles and gave adequate sets and volume. But okay, round up. And hands behind the back, stretch the chest, drop those shoulders low. But this is a way to definitely be time efficient. Upper body's resting, you can move right into lower body and vice versa. So there's lots of different formats, stretch through the back here. And this is one that I really like too for maximizing time and ensuring that I, hit all the muscle groups in my hour of training, which we did today. All of the major muscle groups anyway. Arms back, thumbs down, stretch through those biceps. Well, thanks so much for joining, folks. I thought that was a good workout. Remember, we do have the membership up and over for triceps. So if you're looking for structure for the new year and you want something to follow along where every day it's written out for you, all you have to do is press play and not think about it. Join us over there. Switch sides. We have 3 streams. We have a beginner stream. We have a fat loss stream for advanced and an advanced strength stream that would include a workout like this. So we'd love to see ya. Thanks for joining. Have a great day, and we'll see ya in the next workout.